Today I'll show you how to use a storybook to teach your preschoolers about friendship, kindness, and acceptance. So why use books? Stories help children to relate to emotions. Books can make abstract concepts more concrete, and they also are able to give children examples of the things that you want them to do. So the book that I'll be using today is Big Owl by Andrew Clemens. So basically in this book, Big Owl is a scary looking fish, but all he wants is just to make friends. But because he is very intimidating in the way he looks, the other fish are afraid of him and they also avoid him. And no matter what he does, they do not warm up to him. Until one day he rescues them, and then they realize that he's actually really kind and a loyal friend. So this is a good choice for this topic because it helps the children know or understand that friendships are built on actions. They also get to see how it feels to be left out and that kindness matters. It also helps them figure out that we shouldn't judge others. It also shows that everyone is unique and we all have something special to offer. So one way to engage the children in a topic like this and with a book is to make sure to ask questions before the book, during the story, and after the story. Before questions, they are used to spark curiosity. You want them to become invested or get invested into the story quickly, because otherwise you may lose them from the start. And the more you build up a sense of suspense or of enthusiasm around a book, around any book, the more they want to find out more about the book. It's important to ask questions during the story because this is a way that you get to keep them actively listening and get them to keep thinking about the characters. And then you want to follow up with some after the reading questions because this is a way that the children get to reflect on what happened in the story, and they also get a chance to apply those things to their own lives. So some samples of before reading discussion questions could be, have you ever felt left out when trying to make friends? Another one, what do you think makes a good friend? Or have you ever met someone who looked different from you? Did that change how you felt about them? This is the time where they will be looking at the cover, maybe the back cover as well, and then you can ask them, well, what do you think this story will be about? And this is a great way to get them predicting the story as well. So remember, this part of your questions, you want to get them engaged and activate their prior knowledge. During the reading discussion questions could be something like, why do you think the other fish are afraid of Big Owl? How do you think Big Owl feels when the other fish won't play with him? What do you think will happen when the little fish get caught in the net? Why do the fish change their minds about Big Owl at the end? So again, you're encouraging active thinking and you're having them make emotional connections to the story and to the characters. And then some examples of after the reading discussion questions could be, what did Big Owl do to show he was a good friend? Why do you think the little fish were afraid of him at first? How can we make sure no one feels left out in our classroom? You could take these questions and build on them. These are just some ideas that you can use while you are reading this story. And it's also a great idea to, if you don't think that you will remember these questions, what I used to do in some stories, in some instances, I would take little post-it notes and I would just write the question on the little post-it note just to remind me, like, this is the point of the story that I want to ask this question. So that's just a tip that you can use as well to make sure that the story is moving along. Make sure that time is moving along smoothly and you don't have to stop and think about the question. It'll already be there, posted to the page that you want to ask the question. question on. So the learning doesn't end after the story has been read and you've asked all your questions. A good way to follow up with this is to provide some type of extension activities. So extension activities, it helps them deepen their understanding of the concept that you were trying to teach them. It's a great way to engage different learning styles, and it helps them to continue to make connections to their real life. And these are just a few things that extension activities will do for you. So one extension activity could be to make a chart of what makes a good friend chart. And this is where children can help you list kind actions that friends do. Other extension activities could be maybe a friendship fish craft, and this can be where the children can make a fish out of construction paper, and each can be decorated with a kind word or maybe a friendship quality. Maybe you can even do a big owl role play where they get to act out scenes from the book, and this can help children practice including others. Another thing is maybe even like a sensory bin rescue where you can set up one of your sensory bins with maybe a toy fish that's trapped in like a net, and the children can take turns being Big Owl rescuing the fish. So I hope that you're able to bring this book to life for the children in your class, because I think that they would really enjoy it. You can check out this video up here that will help you do that with any book that you read. Tell me in the comments how you teach friendship in your classroom. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more preschool classroom management tips. And until the next one, I will see you soon. Bye.